4 of my 5 were chemistry related. Number 1 was biochemistry at Queen's, and the other 4 were types of chemistry, all at Queen's. And I remember sitting in like my careers class at school, and I was kind of not really sure what I wanted to put as my 5th choice. And it was actually my careers teacher at school. And I always credit her for this, and she gets a bit embarrassed if I mention it when I go back and do careers talks at school. But I always credit her with this, because without her, I wouldn't really be here at all today. She was the one that encouraged me to put down computer science as a 5th choice. I was always sort of good at IT at school. I found it quite easy, and I enjoyed it as well. I'd done some taster days at Ulster University in my lower 6th and really liked it. Kind of never really took it seriously and thought, oh, it's not really for me, whatever. I was on the chemistry sort of bandwagon at that point. But it all kind of, I applied anyway, had to kind of shortlist my choices. And it actually cut it down to biochemistry as my first choice. And I then thought, right, I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket here. I'll stick computer science as the second choice. But it's like, I'm not doing it. There's no intention of doing it. I then went to a load of sort of careers days at university. The university sort of invite you up to get a feel for the course and the campus. And I remember going to Queen's with my mum on a Saturday morning to the MBC, and I was taken around it and, taken through speaking to lecturers and students and everything. And I was walking around and I asked lots of questions because I wanted to make sure that I was making the right choice. And I was asking loads of questions, trying to make sure, is this something that I want to do? And I came away and I think I cried the whole way home.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, I was so defeated because I hated it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the vibe that I got when I went to university. It just wasn't for me. I think part of it was being from like a rural kind of background and a small school. I wasn't used to, a bigger city. I wasn't used to like this massive university where I just felt a little bit like a number and not like an individual. So I remember coming away from it and going, what am I going to do? I don't even know if I want to do computer science either. Like I have no idea. And I was so upset. And my mum had taken me up and she said, look, you're going to, Ulster University next week. Go and see what you think. And, then we'll decide. It's fine. We'll work it out. So my sister took me up to Ulster University Magee the next week. And it was like a completely different scenario. Yeah, I remember getting to the campus. And if you've ever been to Magee campus, it's a beautiful campus. Yeah. It's really lovely. I know they've got the new campus in Belfast, but I'm quite biased in that I always say that the Magee campus is the most beautiful. But when I got onto the campus, it was small. It just felt a little bit more me. And I then went to the course talks and got to speak to some of the lecturers, got to hear from some students. And I just loved the vibe that I got. And I'm kind of one of these people that once I've sort of made a decision, I've made it. So I did that and I went home in the car and my sister says, well, what do you think? And I says, that's it. I'm going here. And I'm doing computer science. So it wasn't any way of I had this massive passion for technology at the time. It just sort of happened. And I went back to school and told my careers teacher and she was like, what? You went from, I'll just put it down because I need a 5th choice in UCAS to I'm actually going to study this. But it was genuinely the best decision I ever made.